Okay, this is the August 18th agenda planning meeting. I will now call to order. Those in the audience today, please silence your phones. This meeting is being recorded for the accuracy of proceedings. The agenda planning meeting is set for the final agenda for next week's board meeting. There will be no votes taken on suggested agenda items at this meeting. Board voting and approval of agenda items will occur at next week's board meeting. At this time, I'm going to ask the board members and the general managers to introduce each other, themselves. Thank you. And today I'm going to start with Don Hicks.
Don Hicks, Director.
Frank Gould, Treasurer.
Roger Beagle, President.
Jay Zawatsky, Vice President.
Hank Onflet, Secretary.
Bud Jensen, Director. Steve Nolan, General Manager.
Thank you all. Since this meeting has no audience, except for the necessary management and one committee member, I will try to explain the agenda items as we proceed. I would like to thank all of you that are listening on live streaming today and all of management that are in attendance. Your help and support in this community to run smoothly and continue to be a desirable community for active adults is greatly appreciated by the board of directors. As we go through the agenda, the board members will be asked if they have any additional information, have any questions that need to be asked, or clarifications of the agenda items. At this time, is there anything new to add to the agenda today?
Mr. President, I suggest we add the safety and security charter under new business.
Under new business?
Yes, and when we get there, we have to explain exactly what we're
Okay.
to do here.
All right, we will have an item added under number 18, which will be under new business. Okay, back at you, Hank. Pledge of Allegiance. Will we have somebody to do the pledge?
Yes, we will. We will have Denny Zawatsky.
Very good. Are you going to be back from North Carolina? Good.
If for some reason she's delayed, I'll go ahead.
You can handle it too. Next on the agenda would be approve the July 29th board meeting minutes. Leave this on,
Yes.
Yes.
and we will have a president's message now. Next on the agenda is Employee of the Month. There will be a presentation to the Employee of the Month. Treasurer's report, Frank Gould.
Yes, we will have a treasurer's report.
Committee reports are down to one committee, Architectural Compliance Committee, that Bud Jensen. Will we have a report from you?
I will have a report.
Okay. The other committee meetings are on summer hiatus, and there will be no reports from the other committees. Under project reports, Cottonwood Bar and Grill renovation, Don Hicks, will there be a report?
There will be, Mr. President.
Thank you. And the next one would be a Palo Verde restroom renovation. Steve Nolan, will you have a report?
I will have a full report on the renovation and the management report.
Good. Eliminated 20 seconds there. I will leave on the agenda director's comments. Under capital reserve replacement fund request, management recommends replacing the current ice machine at the Cottonwood Maintenance Yard with a Manitowoc model ice machine. The current ice machine requires a major repair of replacing the compressor. You will note that this, we had an ice machine replaced a couple of months ago, but that was at the Cottonwood Pro Shop. This is Cottonwood Maintenance Yard. There are 3 competitive bids received for this ice machine from Webb Restaurant for $5,330, Southwest Restaurant Supply for $5,765, and National restaurant supply for $6,285. All bidders had the same warranty from the manufacturer of 3 years. Management recommends the low bid from Webstront Store for a total of $5,330. The installation will be done by Fair Refrigeration, which is included in the total price. Board members, are there any questions, comments, or additional clarifications? Shall I leave this item on the agenda?
Yes.
All right, this next on the here is your tab number 3. Management recommends the repair and replacement of the common area damaged lake shore walls. The repair includes approximately 143 linear feet of shoreline concrete walls. Let's see, Steve, can you tell me which lakes this is, or there's more than one lake involved in this?
For the Scott, I have no idea.
Oh, Scott, okay.
This is on the east lake, on the north side, kind of down almost out to the street.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 143 to 43 feet of linear
Yes,
shoreline is going to be replaced.
and it's an area where the native soil was separated from the wall, it's kind of slipped in, so we're just going to find that.
Very good, thanks.
Similar to what was done, I think, last year in the same area.
Yeah.
Last year about the same.
I remember we've done through the years. Okay, there were 3 bids received from Aquatic Creations for $5,034, which their bid was $4,576 plus a 10% contingency. Lapson Construction bid at $10,688, which included a contingency amount. JSR Construction bid $14,233, which also included a contingency amount. All bids offered the same registrar contractor's warranty. Management recommends the low bid for Aquatic Creations for $4,576 plus a 10% contingency for a total price of $5,034. Board members, are there any questions, comments, or clarifications?
I have a question of Scott. Scott, do you know why the big difference in prices are?
The other 2 companies wanted to remove the whole the concrete wall that was there, drain away, and then put the new one in. And the gentleman from Aquatic Creations, which is the company that we've used in the past, was able to just kind of fill that gap in back behind them, or behind the existing concrete wall. And he was comfortable, like he said, he's got a 2-year warranty that will be fine, no issues. If anything comes up, I'll come back up.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. That kind of helps the board understand what the process is and that sort of stuff. Any other comments from the board members? Leave this on the agenda.
Yes.
Yes.
Next on the agenda is PB Gate Fund. There is none. Under Capital Improvement Fund requests, there are none. Voluntary Contribution Fund, there are none. Under Cottonwood Bar and Grill renovation, there is none. Palo Verde restroom renovation, there is none. Old business, there is none. Under new business, Hank is going to talk about something he needs to discuss with the board members.
Yep. Thank you, Mr. President. And you already have a proposed charter here. Okay, this is not set in stone or anything because we all have to vote for it. But President Beagle assigned board member Don Hicks Franks and I as the board liaison to the SSAC to determine the value to our HOA of the Safety, Access and Communication Committee, not Safety Communication, Safety and Security and Access Committee, in its current charter form, and recommend whether or not the committee should continue with revised and updated duties or be dissolved. As it is right now, the committee is not really serving anymore as it was initially intended, and at the time it was doing that, but things change over time. After a meeting with Shirley Perini, our HOA patrol manager, and also having Steve review some of the recommendations and things that we looked at, and substantial discussion between Don, Frank, and me, we came to the conclusion and unanimous recommendation that the committee should be retained for a trial period of 1 year with revised charter duties. These revised duties should provide the opportunity to make a committee a more productive and useful one for the HOA and more meaningful to serve on for the 1 year. In addition, for the members, I should say, if it proves to be so, then the committee can simply continue forward from that point on. In addition to revised charter duties, it is also recommended the committee's name be changed from Safety, Security, and Access to Safety and Security Committee, dropping access, because the committee has no involvement with gate access, as well as the fact that the duty regarding the gates was removed from the committee charter during a previous revision. And finally, the number of members to be reduced from 7 to 5 in order to make it a more manageable committee based on the number of charter duties and the availability of committee applicants with preferred safety and security experience background.
Very good.
I know that's a mouthful, but I just wanted everybody to know what Don and Frank and I looked at and the things we considered.
Okay. So to the audience at home, this is a board policy, chapter 10-07, and it is revising the charter for the Safety and Security Committee. I'm going to make a recommendation that we leave this under new business for board members to consider and vote on next week. Do I have approval from the board members for that?
So,
Yes.
Very good. So that we'll take the new business item next week. First readings on the agenda, there is none. Homeowner comments. That leaves us with Dave Hosevar.
Wouldn't that normally have to be under first readings for charter revision?
Typically it is. In this particular case, all we're doing is renaming the charter. It is a board committee, board assigned committee. We're changing the name and changing the charter. Okay. Closing comments. We're down to that. Board members, do you have anything you want to say? I will close with this. We want to thank those of you today that are watching on live stream. We wish all of our homeowners to remember to wear your mask and maintain social distancing at all times in the public and while using community amenities. Please be safe, stay healthy. Tune in next week for the board meeting on August 26th at 3 p.m. This meeting is adjourned.